Alright, we're here. Hello, chat. What witchy? A witchy chat? Okay. Hello, witchy. It's, we're back. It's for Ace Attorney. Yeah. A real good show for you guys tonight. It's alright, we're here. Great, I'll do some reading. And we're gonna have a great time. Saturday you're doing all the job. That's, you know what? Okay. I can... Alright, as long as I got one of these, I'll be alright. Have a grand old time. Yeah. We're on to case 4, which I did review the episode select. It is the last case of this game. But not sponsored? Not sponsored. That could have been any can opening. We're on to case 4. It's the last case, which means that I am approaching being able to take a break and play another game for a little while. But for now, there's really much to do but get into it, huh? So we shall. Time for case 4, Turnabout Succession. I just closed out the remote game menu. Let's see where this goes, huh? How much worse could it be than last time? I imagine there will be a lot of Phoenix in this case. That is the whole truth of this case. System. Oh, wait, technology. Whoa, futuristic, dude. Uh-oh. About to flatline? Oh, that... Didn't expect the gunshot. That's new. I'm gonna understand it myself. Ahead into the story of these last 7 long years. Yeah, I think it is gonna involve Phoenix. That's about how long he's had. Phoenix wrong? Correct. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. That is incorrect to the nature of reality, but... Oh, the flintlock? Oh, damn dueling pistols. Got that stand and deliver firearm. Ready to begin the final chapter of this story. Uh-oh. Oh boy, someone else is gonna die on the stand. Fantastic. Bloody Smealty. Yeah, we have more magicians. Oh hey, it's Gavin. The actual Gavin. More magicians. That's right, more magicians. October 7th, 10:37 a.m. Right Anything Agency. DM link. Okay. Oh, please save Jace, my voice acting soul. Oh god, yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Hey Paul, look! On TV! Look! Look! Yeah, I'm kinda busy. Whoa, look at that! It's the last Grammary. Alright, amazing. Hello! You should be watching this! Ow, ow, ow! What? Think about our last case in my journal. Why are you supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals? Why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lemirard disappeared. That's right. Uncle Volant did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. I was just getting the good part. There was a good part of that case, Apollo? I suppose I should watch a little TV over there. After all, her father's expected me to look after her while he's away. What you're seeing now is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gavineers concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary Troupe Grammary is performing for the first time in 7 years. Hey, that's the guy that's in the picture. Oh, that's gonna be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. Legendary Grammaries. Truce's real father was still alive. He'd be on that stage performing miracles. I know that bitch in the middle. Oh no. I've got the tickets and everything. $70. Jesus. That's a lot of money. Thanks to the premiere showing of The Grand Illusion by the magician Volant Grammary. Oh boy, who is this? Oh, thank God, it's Phoenix. Hey, how have you been? I've been a stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Trucy stole it, don't worry. Oh no. You're right. Oh, he has been gone a long time. Papa Feeny. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding! Ooh, it's farm fresh. Not just 1 pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'll be. Just flops face down on the couch. That's right, Daddy. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know. How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it's time. It has something to do with you, anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Not now, baby. Daddy wants to kill himself. Not Trucy. Dad's having a moment. Prosecutor Edgeworth still not calling you back? No. Maybe you could be one of those guys. A spy! Might just be a defense attorney. Well, to be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? No, you've heard of the jurist system, yeah? Jurist system? Right, the new legal system everybody's talking about. You heard of it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. Yeah, as it turns out, the social circles of lawyers is not exactly massive, especially not in these games. Jurist system, huh? Talk about it. So, Daddy, what's this jurist system thing? Well, Trucy, you know what a jury is? Yeah, it's what this series desperately needs! I've heard of it. Isn't that those people that sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? Wait. So wait, there's precedent for juries existing, but this game just doesn't have them? Have juries been outlawed? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty. You know, that decision we leave to a senile old crackpot now. You know, Apollo? Only from TV. 12 people chosen from the community, right? A much more reasonable system than the one we have now. Well, we're thinking about reviving that system. Wow. Huh. Okay. Oh god. They're calling the new system the jurist system, as opposed to the jury system. No, we're doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. Oh, fucking fantastic. They help analyze the case from different angles. Ah, and there'll be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right? Oh, you know your stuff, Apollo? I'm a lawyer, it's my job to know these things. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Your Honor, I just feel like it. So, you say that like a joke, but like that happens. That happens. They like deliberately filter out people who are going to go off vibes, but there's definitely still records of juries going off of vibes. It is a bit of an issue. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright is Assistant Trucy and Mascot Apollo. The perfect team. Mascot? Hey! I'm the only one of us that's actually a legal attorney! You've been disbarred and she's 15! So, what is the secret mission? The jurist system is my mission. More or less. Mascot Polly, like we're pirates. He's our parrot. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like the system are always risky, Apollo. Yeah. The jury, a blue badger, but cooler. You're so right. I can't believe the jury system is I mean, of course it is. Of course I can believe that. Of course in this series, the jury system is controversial. Everyone's got an opinion, and they just talk and talk and talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo. I'm not that bad, am I? Well, in any case, we're gonna give it a shot. Test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. On what authority? You've been disbarred! Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be chair for the Jurist System Simulated Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom. Please don't choose the judge we always have! Wow, it's like you have a real job! I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. What's a lawyer always a lawyer, I guess? Trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. Trial simulation, that is. Oh yeah, thanks for the heads up. Simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is trial simulation about? Take a fucking guess, Apollo. What cases have we ever had to deal with? Well, since it is the first run-through of a new system, I wanted something simple. Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious. True. Case is a murder. I fucking called it! That's not simple at all! Like, simple, did you get the defendant is guilty? Yes. Most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. Something simple, like a fucking murder. Where there's, like, a most likely guilty coming from Phoenix fucking Wright. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway. No sweat. Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst-case scenario. Oh yeah, don't worry, Apollo. We're gonna give you an easy test case for this. A murder trial that could carry the death penalty. Phoenix! Ha! You mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial, that's a real trial! All the forms have been filed. There's no turning back now. Trial begins tomorrow at 10 a.m. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I only hearing about this now? Ah, yes. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Something that happened last night. What? Alright, so what case are you gonna use? You really want to know, don't you? Yeah! Mr. Wright, I want to know about the case you signed me up to defend in! Of course I do! I mean, I'm gonna be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes. Of course, this is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without preconceptions. Blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Oh, mine. Committee chair, remember? Oh, that makes sense. Oh, that was a stupid fucking idea, Mr. Wright. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose, I can give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Oh, what a fucking amazing mercy you've granted me. Phoenix, even Mia wasn't this much of a dick to you. Yeah, like, Mia at best gave Phoenix a hard time when he deserved it. She wasn't actively stacking the deck against him at every opportunity. Yeah, but you can't talk you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. All of the details you have handled have made things worse for me. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Follow. If I'm in charge of this whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility. For good, bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. I don't believe you. I'd recommend going down to the detention center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. Just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. Are we not gonna address that last sentence? That was super fucking ominous. Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission. What about this? The True Gramarye Grand Magic Show. Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks. Phoenix, how many actually good things you've had for the past 7 years? Yeah, dude. Yeah, aside from Trucy. They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse, heaven and earth will shake. So what? That's 3 whole days from now. It's Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go tonight. Say hi to Uncle Malak. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? I don't know, cause some shaggy homeless man just gave me a massive fucking trial I have to prepare for. Oh, don't worry about that. I am only worried about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. Something he's not telling me. Apollo, he knows so many things he's not telling you. Why do you think I'm so mad at him? Yippee! Hold on, where's the... I'm bored. Yippee! Why not go with her? I'm not her caretaker. Yeah, why not go with her? I don't know, because you're her fucking dad! I suppose it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Gramarye. That reminds me. What's this, Daddy? Isn't that silk hat the Gramarye seal? Consider it a birthday present, Trucy. Thanks! It's great! But... today isn't my birthday. Good point. Is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. And it's a Recycle Your Plastics present. Yippee! So it's plastic! I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it? Can I open it, Daddy? No. Huh? You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. Are you forging more evidence, Phoenix? Phoenix, you're a joke of a dad. At least you care for Trucy. Damn. Well, then why didn't you just hold on to it until then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. Damn. I did miss Apollo taking the piss out of this sort of thing. He's just as annoyed about all this as I am. Envelope, Mr. Red. Do not open until the time is right. Envelope about the Gramaryes, huh? Guess we're wrong. Well, we gotta check on Charlie. Flint. It intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name, too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie. Curious. Really, I wasn't. Also, I knew that. That hat, is that a spare? It looks exactly like the one you always wear. That's the first rule of a professional. Be prepared. You know, I put it on the other day. This strange white substance fell all over me. Like magic. Or like fingerprint powder. Have you been keeping evidence in your hat, Druzy? No one's practicing the piano, as usual. I've been calling him a pianist at this point as an insult to pianists everywhere. Okay, Apollo, I'm gonna guess what you're thinking right now. Huh? What, was I making a funny face or something? I'm so hungry. I'm right? Of course I am. There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. It's what you're thinking. Ah! How did you do that? You read my mind, Apollo. Strange white substance, spoiled milk, dead bunny. No, it's just a bunch of aluminum powder, thankfully. Got that pudding. That's right. Try not to eat my share, will you? This guy was in the thing. I was just in the photo. Is that your real dad? Yep, Zach Gramery. He disappeared when I was little. I hung that up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like. Let's see. Smiling, but I'll bet that smile doesn't go very deep. Ah, drugs. No, fingerprint powder, witchy. I believe you're using this cutting a person apart box as a shelf space. You know, I used that trick on stage the other night. Imagine my surprise when I pulled one of my shirts out of the box. Really examine your props before the show. Those legal books were left by my mentor. Too bad I gave up the practice before reading them. Quite a few magic books in there too, you know. Also, like, maybe reading those books would have helped your odds a little. I don't know. As you say, bro, it's... What else would that be? Those would be Truzies. They'll remember that there eventually, I'm sure. For a moment I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. Scary thought. Ooh, careful there, Apollo. A lot of people run into that table, you know. My subclient knocked the clock clean over the other day. Why not get a more sturdy table? Maybe the table is partially lame. There's no maybe to this. That thing is a death trap. Reading his power, too bad Phoenix isn't a DMC fan. Damn. Wanna have a go at that ring, Apollo? No, I was just touching it. Come on, there's no need to be shy. Just slip it on. Ah! Way too tense. You gotta loosen up there. Your body wasn't meant to bend like that. A plate of plastic spaghetti for displaying in the shop. Where the heck did she get this stuff? Anyway, bye. We should probably go to the detention center. I hate to make Trucy sad, but like, we have a case to be worried about now. October 7th, Detention Center Visitors Room. 20 minutes, we've been waiting here! 20 minutes! Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than standing here pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. Shouting, oh waiter, when they're standing right behind you? Oh guard! Is our client gonna be much longer? What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet? Huh? Oh boy. Ah! Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. Or no. Oh, no, there you go. Hey, you died on the stand in that flash forward. That wasn't the best welcome. Hi, I'm Apollo. Nervous, Apollo? Silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. I changed my mind. Don't do anything. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh no, a woman. Oh, this case is gonna be long. Oh no, she died. Ah, she passed out. This magic underwear might have been a better bet. Magic panties, Apollo. Well, I can sense you are going to be a fun suspect. Hi! Well, I'm your defense. I think it has to be, Fate. You know, And with fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Tell me, what's your sign? Apollo, what the fuck are you doing? No, you mind if you'd like, Apollo? Oh, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. So what's your name? Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo. Apollo Justice. I'm reaching my hand out to shake hands, but there's a glass in the way, so give him a break. He's not good with women. Fair. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know. Getting nowhere fast. Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Now, the other day, this tourist from out of town stopped to ask me directions. Later, Trucy. I think I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. I think I understand despair a little better now. You're good, Apollo. Look, she's doing her nails. What? Nails more important than defense. Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Me? Could you do this? Sure. Like a teenager on a first date. One letter we passed from desk to desk in school. Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. It's a business card. The name and address. Name is Faramisham? The address is for True Studio. And you're giving me this card because... Okay. Good talk. Well, looks like we're finished here. The studio is the scene of the crime. Let's go find out. Huh. Quite an elaborate collection. Why do I get a feeling that one behind the dresser is going to be important? Wow, this looks like... It looks like a studio. Like life imitating art. Or maybe it's the other way around. But the tape on the ground there, it's a bit jarring. Yeah, looks like we found our crime scene. Apollo, look at all those paintings. Hey, don't touch those. Okay, I'm just looking. Huh? Apollo, look at this one. Looks half finished. See the rough sketch underneath. That's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all. Yeah, good point. It is odd. Drew Measham's paintings added to the court record. All the paintings have a really different style, too. I thought I might find you here. Oh god, it's Emma. Emma! Long time no see! Oh? It seems I run into you far too often. I'll bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? I don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns this studio, that is. Mr. Drew Measham. Measham. Daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. It's funny, though. He seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Poisoning? Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here. My snack use. Can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around. Which means I don't have to talk to Emma. Anyway. What about this thing? That letterbox looks funny sitting in a room like this. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mr. Measham would put his letters in there. Postman took them away. impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. Ah, that's the victim's coffee book. Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. I've read books about them before. I would hope so. Poisoned coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. Oh, but you've been so nice to us in the past. We should probably actually investigate some of the, check out some of the evidence we've got. You ready, Apollo? Ready? For what? For what? For the Truth Grammary Grand Magic Show! Not like I'm getting up on stage or anything. Talking about Apollo, you can join magic if you're not a part of what's going on up on stage. Here, I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one. You mean I can't go in this? No. Get more straightforward than that. Apollo, do you own other clothing? I'd open until the time is right. Oh, but I really wanna! Ah, looky here. A handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it. Not to me. I mean, is it a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it? Enough that you can read your own? Oh, I never thought of it that way. What a pretty business card. It looks like a postcard almost. On the back, just her name. That seems odd to me. What does? I read your name on the front and back of the card. Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait? Or a caricature? Then people would remember what you look like, too. Not a bad idea, actually. Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo. Drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky! I'll never understand art. That much is clear. Well, what do we have here? Like a person thinking about something. Maybe they're worried? Like, what should I have for supper? Hot dog or a hamburger? I've always wondered about that. Why is there supper and dinner? Are they different meals or the same thing? And that's what this person's thinking about. All the big questions. We got a nice puffer fish. The puffer fish? Hello, that's clearly a porcupine fish. They're not the same thing. What gets me? You've got all these needles, right? But what's protecting that soft spot on the lower belly there? Nothing. Must remember to keep Trucy away from small, round fish. We gotta keep a list. We gotta keep a physical list of things Trucy can't be trusted with. Oh, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch. Oh, looks like it was only half completed. Huh? That's funny. Do the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you? They do, actually. Muddle about. This. Hey, look there. That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. So this stain is probably... Better ask Emma. I don't think we're allowed to ask Emma. Wouldn't mind taking a closer look at those paintings. Just love oils. You know how they're so thick? Is that the word? Paints are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are. Yeah, what's going on with this half-finished one? It's sort of work in progress. Just see the sketch. It's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts. Noticed. Apollo! That's what the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Drew Measham passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips in the next moment. Quite a bit of paint on the ground. That half-painted painting there? Must have been working on that right up to the moment he died. Wow, a true artist to the end. Porcupine just like her dad. Oh no, she does have the spiky hair. Maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. Just like me. Get back from Link. I'm on my own. It'll be fine. Be alright. Imagine this coffee cup was for guests to use. Guests? Lisa already analyzed this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. Killer was after Drew Measham alone. Hey! There's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow and you didn't want anyone to see it? You certainly seem pleased by the possibility. Huh. So normal. Hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. Looks like the half-finished one we found. I'd better get a professional opinion on this. Hidden painting added to the court record. Anything else? Oh, there's a... Oh my god, there's a whole other half to this place. Take a closer look at this desk here. So this is Drew Measham? That little girl must be Vera. Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Ah! Look, I was personally against that, okay? He just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Aha, right. You know, I'm starting to think the police system isn't very upstanding. Look cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo! Tiny is right. It's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit in that? None, apparently. It's empty. No glass in it either. Doing sitting on the desk. This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. It's a journal? Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? You didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. Didn't write a single line. Ah, you had me going for a while there. Small frame just like you, Jay? That's incorrect. I'm a big tall man. Big tall man. Apollo, what's this feather thingy? Is that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? But it doesn't have a pointy end. Most likely for sleeping Detrius off the desk. Wow, you sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific. That's my motto. Exactly what was bold or scientific about that? Liar, I am not lying. Ah, not the way that figure is posed. I've posed before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I am a professional. Why do I pose like that? Coincidence? This envelope has been opened and resealed. Ooh, I know how to do that. Take a pot of boiling water, hold the envelope up to the steam. Glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. Right, looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is 7 years ago. Why would someone open a letter and then seal it again? Huh. I better hang on to this. Just gonna take his mail. Oh god. Not the right hand of a statue. Oh. Uh-oh. Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. You can repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. I like my colors. all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? Dust, I'd say he hadn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick toy. This is a crime scene, Trucy. Costs like $50 at the magic shop. Oh, we already read all this. This desk for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Would a painter need a drafting table? Be an architect too? An X-ray of a frog on the wall? It is! I wanted to look at it, but it was just part of the desk. Guess we gotta talk to Emma. So this, Drew Measham was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth. Oh, well, I guess the stuff is kind of pretty. Got oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh. So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Measham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean to anyone? He was always locked up in here in this studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was the letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Measham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. He thought that way was more artistic, you know? In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Measham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Measham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently. First interview ever? Tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder. Well, like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into this. I guess mysterious strangers who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview. Around 9 p.m. every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. Died? Poisoned him on the night of his interview. What did the reporter see? She wasn't near Mr. Measham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. But wait, why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Measham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. This woman, Vera. She's Mr. Measham's daughter, right? Yeah, real sickly girl, ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. Did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. He was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. Again, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm in the company. Good luck charm? Apparently she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? The client would have shut-in daughter kill her own dad. Don't look at me. Not the poison. It was found in his coffee, right? No, not precisely. Not precisely? What does that mean? You'd see for yourself, I think. And Emma can help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do scientifically? You know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get scientific now? No, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find suspicious and we'll check it out. Okay. I want to check out that coffee cup. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. Huh? Ah, that. Yes, well, it's just a rumor, but I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. Pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Ah, right. Blue Mountain, I think, is actually a coffee brand. And that I think paid to be here. Because, I also think they show up in Yakuza. So that might just actually be a brand that has, like, that has sponsored to show its name in video games. Forensic science! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. Not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. Turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. Killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. How? Science is amazing. It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say flattery will get you everywhere. You said that. But we're talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for troconine? Troconine? Troconine, the deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Let's tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown... That's fine, really. We don't need to know all the gory details. I think I get it. Spray this stuff on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please. Don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo! Ah! What are you doing? I was just seeing if I got a reaction off of you. What's this for a reaction? Never do that again! I'm not poisonous! Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Just get down to checking for real poisons, shall we? Spray all of the things! Bad. No reaction there. Sure, I'm gonna check out all the likely spots. Wait a second. Is it Apollo? Spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. The spray probably can't reach that far, you know. I'll check it out, just to be sure. And I'm suspicious about the envelope. Use poisonous spray on Emma. Hey! A thing! The reaction, Apollo! Where? Inside of that cute little frame. Look! Oh, would you look at that? Nice going, Juicy. I've known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Tiny frame added to the court record. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? If we found the other place that was poisoned in any case. Let's show her the envelope. Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, well, that's a bright red envelope. It was jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? Oh, you fucking bitch, you opened that, didn't you? You absolutely opened that envelope and then tried to reseal it. Emma, did you commit a felony? Lips are sealed? That's a first. I mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Ah, you mean you were the one who ripped this open? Huh, please, I would have steamed it open. Did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. A gun. Yes! The use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. A little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one, but it's good advice. Try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, don't you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least, that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. X-ray specialization something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So basically, it lets you see inside things. Like envelopes? That's right, you're sharp, Juicy. But it's a little more complicated than that, in practice. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Ah! What are you doing? Oh, just seeing if I could see through your hair, but it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and I don't fall out! And I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. Just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. Set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, there's none to get all antsy. The right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there by flexing your arrow key muscles, would you? That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Yeah, I got something. That's how you can read the letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. Zooming that much, you see the paper like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what's good if you can't read anything? That's how we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. Rubbing? Like going over the image by flexing our WASD muscles while maintaining concentration on our space? Rub all the things. Rub it! There, that fixes the image on screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good. Now you can rub this image to fix it too. Yeah, I get it. We just doing this until we got the whole thing. Actually, not bad. Hey, let's do some more. Okay, let's print this one out. I have to buy another one to win. Oh, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. Okay, there's no need. See, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Okay. Let's give it a look. Exactly as described to us before. Slowly build the necessary layers. We've deposited $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you confirm the transfer. Uh-oh. Why do I get a feeling this guy was fronting money? Okay, let's put this one out. Here we show I've deposited the $100,000 in the designated account. Please send a receipt once you confirm the transfer. Deposited $100,000 into Mr. Mishan's account? Paintings must be really valuable. Put a page in there. Care to take a look? I bet I do. If you're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. That's probably not the best way to phrase that, Drusy. Because I don't know if there is a good way to phrase going through somebody's mail. Alright. Let's get this other layer. Sign the papers and send the enclosed envelope with enclosed stamp within. Sign the papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. I need not remind you. Speak to no one. Uh-oh. Somebody was getting a little illegal. Oh, was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. File the secrecy, though. And what? How was this letter the only one in there? 7 years old, right? It had some special significance to him? Well, well, indeed. That's not very helpful. That's something she's not telling us. I think she's keeping mum about it. Fucking fantastic. So, Emma, I was wondering. Sorry about this reporter that came here for the story the night of the crime. I'm afraid I can't tell you because he can be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Rochelle. Rochelle. He's after his scoop to sell to the papers. So, a reporter comes for an interview with Pater. To be fair, that's better than the journalist I thought it was gonna be. So at least it's someone new. At least it's not Lotta Hart. First interview ever, and that night he's killed. Strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He said something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, it's not true, see. That only leaves one other person. Wasn't Vlad Gramarye by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. Oh, he's out interviewing Vlad Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Mark Rochelle, freelance journalist. Anything else on here? Oh boy. Guess you gotta have a good business card if you want to work freelance. Really? What's this? Evidence finder? Reporters take photos too? Because if he's freelance, you have to. Maybe you should try being a prosecutor and a defense attorney. You'd always win. I'm gonna become a rock star too while I'm at it. Okay, let's just get to the damn Coliseum. Woo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge. A while ago was the place where murder and nightmares converged. Go say hi to Uncle Vlad. What a case. Only a performer laughs like that. The young Miss Trucy! How often I'd hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Welcome a lot. How's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Ability is definitely not this guy's stronger trait. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show. I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh? But it is I who wish to congratulate you. But everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles, such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnifi's illusions are reborn here on stage by my hand. I definitely didn't murder him for his tricks, of course. That was never really in question. We gotta talk to him a lot, don't we? Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Gramarye Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his. Patty. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramarye. That terrible thing hadn't. Okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If you were alive, then I, beloved Gramarye, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Valak. Well, I'm happy you're doing the show. I think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions himself. Really looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramarye, was a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions defied our very imaginations. It was little when I last saw him, but I still remember his shows. He did relays in a sports car and through the air above the audience, sped off to outer space, faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. 7 long years the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye troops, it falls to me to ride on. It's my God-given destiny. Okay. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? Mom was waiting. Why did you hold off for 7 years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law which governs our land. I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years? That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it? Why was that? A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Tell us about these performance rights? Magnifi's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property, and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifi knew this and bequeathed it in his will. One person. Him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye Miracle. Okay, so you killed him to get the trick. Eddie. Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I didn't murder him, by the way. I think I see where this story is going. You totally killed him. This person is classified missing for a certain period of time. You're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. Just one person to recognize me. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifi passed to me. This was in fact stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. They're missing permanently. Okay, so yeah, it was in the will that it would go to him unless he was gone, in which case it would go to you, and you didn't want to play second fiddle, so you murdered him for the ultimate trick. I'm calling it right now. I don't want to talk to him right now, we're gonna look around. Look, Apollo, a balloon! A hot air balloon! With the Grammary seal on it, no less. Well, this is a long-awaited revival after all. And it's been 7 years, you know. I've spent plenty of time and a pretty penny on promotion. Hope it's a huge success under the lot. Oh, I intend for it to be nothing less, I assure you. You both sure seem excited about it. I guess it's a big deal for magicians. Commander. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too. It's not a creature, Apollo. Guy. Oh, sorry. Was I mean somehow? You know how hot it is inside one of those suits? He's stuck in there with only the smell of his own sweat to keep him company. Verge of passing out, he hands out each balloon as though it were his last. And it takes the fun out of seeing the Blue Badger. You know, I thought this at the time of the Gavineers concert too, but Coliseum was just way too big. It's huge. Got a big sounding name too. Sunshine Coliseum, was it? Would you like to hear what the grand finale of the show in 3 days will be? What? Really? Yeah! The grand finale will be nothing other than... Don't tell me you're gonna make the Coliseum disappear, right? Oh! Looks like I was right. I feel like I'm no longer safe. Apollo! I can't believe you just used your power of perception on something like this. It's a wild guess, really. Damn. I didn't know I was that smart. I knew I was clever, I didn't know I was him. Changed the sign since our last case. Spelled Gavineers back then, wasn't it? Hope nothing bizarre and mysterious happens this time. But it shall! Why, the show itself will be bizarre and mysterious, I assure you. I don't have a problem with mystery as long as it's legal. I don't think lawyers and magicians were really meant to have conversations like this. Yeah, there's look, Apollo's had to deal with some shit. Alright? Nothing else really to talk to him about. Let's talk to him about that journalist. So, a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name is Brushell. Brushell. I think he remembers him. Doesn't look too happy about it. Brushell. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What do you want? Talk to him. A man by that name called on me just now. Just now? Ballard's vision is always toward tomorrow. Ballard's feet always step forward. That is all. That's all. Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for that insult. That incident? In any case, I had requested that the precious reporter remove himself. Your painter has died, what on it? And a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Grammary. Look at the lot! You know where the reporter went? I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. Detention center? It was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. Tear apart my respectability. I would tear apart him! Here comes Apollo. Oh, we're going for lots of big magic trick. Gotta fix the card. Oh, my big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to state it? You're really not like that journalist. Wow. That's good talk. Oh, hey, actually, speaking of the Grammary emblem, probably at least talk to him. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Why, that bears the Grammary seal. Uncle Valot? Is something wrong? Where did you get this? Daddy gave it to me. Oh. Your Eddie? My partner, Zach Grammary. No, my other dad, Phoenix Wright. By now. Eh? Or Daddy? Get us stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. Signature upon the back. You recognize it. That belongs to none other than Zach Gregory. What? Dad signed this? Why'd I be so good with this too open? Sorry, but I can't let you do that. This envelope, I wonder. Now the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Mr. Z. Thanks, Okavala. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. I think that journalist was after. Why did the law react like that to this envelope? Do you think it's because it totally contains the decisive evidence that will link your dad's murder to him? I have to pay the detention center another visit. Also, you should stop being so meta. Go back to the agency. Hi, Phoenix. Dr. Vera. Here. I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, not at all! Someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Oh, God. Hey there. How you doing? Who might you be? Ah, sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You? You're Justice? You? Who? Me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. Writing. You a reporter by any chance? Ooh, you! You're Trucy. Am I famous? Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her clothes. End quote. So not true! Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap this up interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. Oh, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I got work to do. You deal with them. Did you come here to interview the guard? Ooh, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote. Huh? I should have guessed. Where's my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote. I'm nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins. Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Wild romp through crossroads, mayhem, madness, end quote. I can see that. Writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Much as I feel sick talking to him. So, Mr. Brushel, you're a journalist? Ha, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer. You understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote. Okay. For instance, think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly. I knew you'd understand. I feel like you misunderstand us. So, the night of the murder, you were at your studio? Oh, me? Look, let me say one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always buys one-way tickets, never looks back. End quote. I understand that philosophy, but you want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport. True enough, but they give normal tickets away too. Exactly! See? It's the same thing! That is... although I'm scared. Hell. So you went to do a story on Drew Measham, and he'd never had a story done about him before? That's right! Look, let me say one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're gonna want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why do the interview in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like... oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it? Supermarket, maybe? Exactly! See, that's what I'm talking about! May have actually understood that one. That makes one of us, Apollo. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. Walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls, speakers. End quote. Right. we'll leave then. Ah, since you're here, I might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it. Sure, tell us, just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip, and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup. When an article in a tabloid caught my eye, famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote. I believe it was. Oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a river. So an oil painting of a giant peach. Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers, end quote. Mr. Brushel, I will leave you to your witching. I have to go ask a detective about a painting. October 7th, Drew Studio. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. Very face you're making. Then I know something, but I'm not telling face you've got going, Emma. Anyway. The hidden painting. The one that's 1-to-1, almost 1-to-1 the painting that was being made. Painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, so? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Think you could tell us a bit about this? Suppose. It's what you think. Rumisham was a forger. Forger? So what exactly is a forger? Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you can't tell them apart. But why not just photocopy them? Big problem with forgeries, try to sell them as the real article. Crime, of course. But Drew Measham was criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. Supplement his work in illustration, I guess. See. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? Trying to determine if a painting is a forgery? The rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like a practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage. Whatever helps you contextualize it, Trucy. But not in the case of a forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all. Oh, yeah, well, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm gonna use it to see what's under the paint of that finished piece. Get it now. Not that I really needed to go to such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Measham's rough sketches. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True. That would be interesting. Maybe valuable for our case. Try buttering her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. We should ask Emma to help us out. I feel like we've had that looped conversation before a few times. Let's present one of the paintings? Yes. Maybe the one that she's already got. I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though. Check it out. Let's do this one. All the rubbing. Okay, let's print this one out. Is that Gavin? Guy on a platform, flaming figure holding what looks like a guitar. What the heck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. Ah, I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely. Then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Measham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly. I think about the sketch is kind of odd. Awfully cyan all of a sudden, Apollo. Maybe we can check out one of the other paintings. Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? I swear to God, if this has even remotely what I think it's gonna have, I'm gonna be pissed. Better not be. Oh God, it totally is. It's a fucking noodle cart! I'm gonna break something. There's a fucking future-seeing painting! I guess not future-seeing, but... That's a noodle cart. Oh no. Oh no! We're gonna get to the first one, it's just gonna be Mr. Gavin's face. This one too! What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden. Do you think I can just look at the last one of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. Oh boy. What's it gonna be? Is it gonna be piano? Maybe a deck of cards? Who knows? I can take a wild guess and I don't like it. I don't like it one itty bitty bit. Oh, for Christ's sake, it's a guy holding a... It's a hand. It's a poker hand. No. Oh, Apollo no like. Apollo no likey. Oh. This is gonna suck. Oh, God. What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. Are your devices leaking some kind of strange radiation? Trucy, look at these 3 sketches. You notice anything? Now the hand, noodle cart, game of poker, noodle cart, a flaming guitarist on a tower. There! Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? Sketches are of the 3 cases I've worked on. What? Murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. Then... the events that transpired during the Gavineers concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know! Wait, is True Measham your father? Give me a break. Does that even seem even remotely possible to you? Never even heard of any True Measham before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. There were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. Couldn't have been a coincidence. Who was this True Measham? What did he have to do with me? Oh boy, well, you know, I think I might call it there. I'm gonna be honest, that's a lot to process. And given that my incredibly handsome and skilled voice acting friends are not here, I don't know how much more of this I can do on my own. Especially not Trucy. Wow, that's... Huh. You know, the last case also had a very strong start. But, I mean, that's cool. I like to see where that goes. I sure hope it's not mind-numbingly stupid. But yeah. I guess we'll find out together, won't we? Yeah, chat. Thank you for joining me. This was a bit of a short one, I know. I promise I'll go log on Yakuza next week to make up for it. We'll call it even. Um, but yeah. Wednesday, more Yakuza Like a Dragon, back in English at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week, Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard, we'll be back here with more Case 4 of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney. Till I see you next, either one of those times, I have a J. Tensical Rose, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!